Hey guys, Mike again here on the Friends of Ood-Kind YouTube channel. Welcome to a brand new video. In this video I'm going to be discussing my favourite Peter Capaldi moments. What moments made Peter Capaldi the Doctor? So up until the announcement of Jodie Whittaker as the 13th Doctor, I think Peter Capaldi is the one that kind of split the fandom most. Either you love an old Doctor or you hate an older Doctor. I don't think there was any middle ground there. And I'll admit, at first I was kind of weird about it. I didn't really watch much of Classic Who, so I wasn't really used to an older Doctor. The oldest Doctor that I've watched was Christopher Eccleston. But you know what? I gave Peter Capaldi a chance, and I am so glad that I gave him that chance, because he has turned out to be one of my favourite Doctors. Although I keep saying they're all the Doctor to me, I think Peter Capaldi is probably up there in the top 5 of the Doctors that I prefer to watch. So I first had the idea for this video a few months back. I was talking to Alex from the Doctor Who Guide. If you haven't seen him or subscribed to him, go over to his channel and subscribe to his channel. But I was talking to him about this and decided to make a video about it. So the first moment that I'm going to mention is in Deep Breath, where he is in that alleyway looking in the mirror, trying to find out where his face came from. Where did he get that face? Who frowned him that face? I just thought it was a really creative scene, really brilliant scene, and I thought that it brought out the classic Doctor in Peter Capaldi. It sort of reminded me of Jon Pertwee's first episode when he's looking in the mirror and saying, "That's not me, that's not my face, that's not me." I thought it was really interesting when Peter Capaldi said, "I don't know where the faces come from, they just pop up." So trying to figure out who this Doctor is and where he got that face, I thought was very, very good introduction for the 12th Doctor. The second moment I'm going to mention is in Dark Water, when Clara and the Doctor are in the TARDIS, and Clara has just betrayed the Doctor's trust. She's been his enemy for taking him to the volcano. Of course, it's not really happened. It's a dream state, but it shows how far Clara would go to get Danny back. And I think that Peter Capaldi done a great job there in the Doctor saying that yes, he's going to help her no matter how much that she has betrayed him. And I think it speaks a lot on the 12th Doctor, on saying how far he would go to save somebody that he didn't really know or like that much, but he cared about his companion and that she loved Danny Pink, that he would go that far as to try and save him. I just think it showed great character development on Peter Capaldi's part and how the Doctor would react to different situations. The next moment that I'm going to mention is the anti-war speech on the Zygon inversion. I thought this speech was absolutely beautiful, and I think it really personified what war really means. Obviously, it's a follow-up to The Day of the Doctor and the 2 Osgood boxes. I thought it was really, really interesting how the way they've done that, but that speech was just phenomenal. Every time I see that speech, I shed a little tear every now and then. And also, he talks about his own inner battle with war back in the Time War. Saying that this is a scale model of war. He says, I fought in a bigger war than you can ever imagine. He's basically regretting everything that he'd done in the Time War. And at the end of the speech, sit down and talk. I thought that was just amazing. And it really spoke truth to me. Especially in today's society, when everyone's fighting everybody else and it's a power struggle. The fourth moment that I'm going to mention is, it's not really a moment, it's more of an entire episode, and that is Heaven Sent. This is Peter Capaldi's finest performance, the whole episode. You can't imagine any other Doctor holding a whole episode together by himself for that long. But Peter Capaldi manages to do it. And it's just an amazing, amazing episode to watch. But again, it's not without its flaws. I mean, I don't understand why he punched through that mountain of diamond or whatever it was. Why not just use the shovel that it was digging the yard up with? But hey, I just thought that the Doctor being stuck in a castle by himself was a very original idea, a very, very brilliant idea, and Peter Capaldi he carried the whole episode, possibly the whole season, with that one episode by himself. And the ending to that was absolutely brilliant. The going back to Gallifrey, that cliffhanger was absolutely just perfect for Peter Capaldi's Doctor. It's just a shame what happened in Hellbent. And the fifth and final moment that made Peter Capaldi the Doctor to me was the regeneration speech in Twice Upon a Time. I thought it very much fitted Peter Capaldi's Doctor. I thought it was a beautiful speech, the way he's talking to his future self. I like how he is telling his future self everything that he has learned since he became the Doctor, since his regeneration from 11 to 12. And even though he was a darker Doctor to begin with, he did lighten up over time. Not too much, because he was still the Rebel Time Lord, but he was still the Doctor. My favourite part of the speech, you guys probably know it already, is when he says, always try to be nice and never fail to be kind. And that is just beautiful. It speaks to so many things in society today, I think. So my final thoughts on Peter Capaldi's Doctor. I thought Peter Capaldi's Doctor was absolutely amazing. Even though at first I wasn't really thrilled that there was going to be an older Doctor, but I thought he'd done absolutely amazing, especially with the quality of material he was given. I think most of you would agree with me, it wasn't the strongest material, but I think that what he done with it, the way he acted, done it more justice than perhaps it deserved. And I also really enjoyed the way that he incorporated not just the classic series, but also the modern series with it. He was the classic Doctor mixed with the modern Doctor. I thought that was really, really important as well for any classic Who fans that was been watching the new series and aren't exactly happy with the, younger, sexier, bumbling idiot that the Doctor had been portrayed up until this point. So in conclusion, I think that Peter Capaldi's era will go down as a missed opportunity for such a great actor. The material wasn't great, but I think that Peter Capaldi himself made it his own role, and I think he made the weaker scripts seem stronger just because of how good of an actor he was. And whether you love him or whether you hate him, it was still very sad to see him go. But like all the actors before him that played the Doctor, he's always going to be the Doctor, especially to me. Guys, let me know in the comments below, what's your favourite or 5 favourite Peter Capaldi moments? What made Peter Capaldi the Doctor? Let me know in the comments below, and we'll see you again in the next one. And until then, always try to be nice, never fail to be kind.